Forever. Dog.
You should have said no from the outset. You're leading them on.
I know, that's where now I feel a little bit...
Stop. Send this to them. Cut this up. Hey, she's not interested.
This is actually for everyone to use.
Let me do 2 takes of this. Hey, they're not interested. Find someone else. There you go. Send that out to the world. Men don't need that.
Oh, man.
They're not being accosted.
Oh my god, who's that?
My child.
He looks so
I'm just
grumpy.
kidding. I'm an auntie.
Look at his little
She
eyebrows. Look at her little
Is
eyebrows.
grumpy.
Who is that dog?
She's got to lose 4 pounds.
Kate.
It's
Oh,
a
no.
struggle out here. Seriously.
Well, here comes
like,
Bugs, but...
Guys, my sister got engaged.
What?
My sister got engaged.
Not Mattia. Different sister.
She's
Yeah.
by 14.
Can you
This
imagine?
is... There's Bugs.
You can't see his head, but it's
Okay,
here.
but speaking of dogs, I actually have Julio home with me, and I want to see if I can get him in here, but he won't come probably because Bugs is here.
They don't get along?
Well, no, they do. They're fine, but he's like a little bit scared of her. Julio, come here.
I love the way dogs' paws sound on the floor.
Come here, what's this? Okay, they can see him on the camera. You guys can't really see him.
Hello, Julio.
What's this? Julio, will you come up here? Come up here.
This makes me so jealous
Good
of you guys.
boy. There he is.
Such a
There he is.
cutie.
Julio, you're such a good boy.
I love the shape of his head.
I know.
Can you please hold the back of his head? Thank you. Hold it.
You said
Hold
that
it
so
gently.
desperately.
Are you so cute?
Actually, I love the shape of his head. Could you hold the back of his head?
That's not how I said it.
I wish you could see his little... You can't really see... They can see him on the camera, but you guys can't. He's sitting so good. Okay, Julio, paw. Good boy. Other paw. Good boy. Okay, now watch this one. Leave it. Leave it. Okay. Good boy. You're so smart. You're so
They are.
smart.
He's so smart because of the shape of his head.
Yeah. Come back up here. Come back up here. I want to show you off. He is the best thing that's ever happened to me. Come up here. Good boy. Look
Yes.
at it. Look at him. I love him so much. I love you so much. Thank you. You did so good. You did so good. Thank you. So that's Julio. For anyone who hasn't met him before, he's from Mexico. That's the name that he came with. He's a rescue. He's a
Cute.
rescue from Mexico.
I met a cat in Mexico.
Did you rescue it?
I named him Mateo, and I did seriously try to bring him home.
Oh.
Mateo.
Mateo.
I have a Mateo experience.
Oh.
What's your Mateo experience?
That's so weird that you would say that. It almost sounds like fate that you just brought up that name.
Almost like she manifested it?
Well, this could relate to that. I thought I was bisexual for 5 seconds.
Oh.
Oh, a
because of
man?
Mateo?
Because of Mateo. As my girlfriend sits behind me and reads New Moon.
Tell us more.
Mateo was working at a fruit stand, and I walked up to get my fruit.
Sounds like a children's book. Mateo was working at a fruit
And
stand.
Mateo walked up to the lemonade stand and he said to Mac running the stand, "Hey, up, are you into dudes?"
What just happened? Wait, Alayna, what was that?
What do you mean?
Is that a nursery rhyme thing that I don't know about?
Oh, the duck in the lemonade stand. Have you never
What's
heard
the
that?
duck in the lemonade stand?
Dude.
What? The grapes. What do they call it? The duck in the grapes? The duck
What?
walked up
I
to
know
a
it-
lemonade stand and he said to the man running the stand, "Hey, bop, 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 got any grapes?"
Grapes?
And
You
the
don't know
man
this?
said, "No, we just sell lemonade." Something. something, something,
No, I've
something.
never heard this.
Oh, it's so good.
This is Plains people thing. This is a Plains people thing.
Probably. We had nothing better to do. No, okay, so he was running a fruit stand.
He was running that fruit
Mateo?
stand.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He was grabbing those fruits. He was grabbing them.
Oh, he really was running a fruit stand.
He was running
You
a
were
fruit
there.
stand. He was so beautiful. Like, he was, like, just otherworldly. I've never seen anything like him.
Describe him.
Because he looked like your Superman guy, Tom Holland.
He was, like, perfectly tan and, like, had sandy hair, and his eyes were just, like... how are you? Like,
Dark or light? Dark or light eyes?
light eyes, which was weird because we all know
Yeah.
that I'm a fan of dark eyes.
Surprise.
Breaking all the
yeah.
rules here. This was a pretty
really?
Mateo just has that effect. Mateo just has that effect on everybody.
Yeah, but apparently he's into my mom, so I don't have a chance, unfortunately, and I'm also taken.
Okay, so yesterday I
This is
filmed a video.
hilarious.
I filmed a video trying CrossFit for the first time, and the man who ran my CrossFit one-on-one, I was like,
Yeah. Here's the thing, you have to appreciate good-looking men.
you
I
gotta.
appreciate it.
You gotta.
You gotta. And then when you've got that good-looking man, like, showing you how to do a muscle up on a pull-up bar, I was like, oh, no, I didn't quite catch that. Maybe one more time?
I don't like this at all.
Okay, never mind. I'm tapping out. I'm tapping out.
I don't like that at all. That was upsetting for me.
You know what it is? You know how it's like, you have to be really comfortable, like, how you talk about men and masculinity and, like, being comfortable enough in your own masculinity to, like, do typically quote-unquote feminine things and whatever. That's how I feel in my homosexuality. Like, the more comfortable I feel in my own queer identity and in my own lesbianism, the more that I'm like, cute man.
Yeah.
That's
You know,
so
'cause it's
funny
like-
coming from someone who was engaged to a man. You're like, thank God I found my lesbian identity. Otherwise, I
Like,
wouldn't
yeah,
be able to flirt with men. Oh, wait, there was that one time. Where I was engaged to one. I forgot about
That
that.
one 10-year time. Oh, wait, there
But
was
I'm
that
sure you
one
just
10
did
years.
that because you were so comfortable in
So
your
comfortable in your lesbian identity.
No, and obviously
You're
I
so
wasn't
comfortable in your lesbian identity that you marry a man.
That's like, yeah, that's how you are the most.
I'm
I
scared
was
of
the gayest
CrossFit.
out of all of us. Really?
Yeah, I
No,
am.
me too. And that was like,
I think
that was
is
the
it
video.
misconception that it's like as bad for you as people say it is, or
Yeah, I
Is
think
it actually
what
that
this guy
dangerous?
was saying is that the danger bugs, leave him alone. Come here. Like, she just sits in his face. Like, she just sits there and looks at him and then screams in his face.
Does she think he's a person?
I don't think so.
Because I've read that cats meow more to communicate with people than with each other.
Yeah, well then maybe, I don't know. She thinks he's a toy. Like, she like is literally looking, like, sitting on the coffee table staring at him with her tail flicking back and forth.
yeah?
Like, kitten, can you leave the poor boy
Don't do
alone?
that. Get that.
Oh, kitten. No, I came back from the CrossFit place and I was telling my girlfriend about this guy and she was like, I was like, don't worry, he was married. Don't worry, he has kids.
I'm trying to think of a time where I've been confused. I have a friendship that, like, okay, so one of my best friends, his name is Lucas Zelnick, and someone has already done a fan edit of the two of us. Like, to know about me and Lucas Zelnick, you truly have to be really, really deep in my world.
Lore.
Yeah. And
Wait. I can't believe you
So
just
Lu-
name dropped your crush.
Lucas opens for me on
She's
the road.
manifesting it.
I'm manifesting right now. Lucas opens for me on the road. He is attractive. A lot of women love him from TikTok. He and I are basically the same person. We're very similar. We both grew up in New York City. He's Jewish. We went to similar schools.
Gay and
Grew up-
disabled.
Gay and disabled. Very
Proud.
similar styles on stage. Very, like, crowd work, like, you know, I don't want to say aggressive, but, like, we just really get in there with the crowd. Really involved crowd work. And I love him, and he's huge. The dude, every time I catch him with, and we both have small heads.
Okay.
It's
A
hard for
little
us
more
to
detailed
find a
than
hat.
ours, but go on.
You do have a small head. It's true.
How do you know about my small head?
Because my dad got you a hat.
That's
and you put it
right.
on and it swallowed you.
I thought maybe you remember the size of my head from the time that you put your finger in my ear.
Okay.
Okay, whoa.
Okay. Oof, yeah, that too.
What were you thinking I was going to say?
Never started
Nothing.
sweating so fast.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I thought you were gonna make some shit up. That's what
Ashley, you talk about having a man crush the same way that straight guys talk about, like, their bros.
It is a bromance. It is a full bromance.
I thought. Yeah.
I've never had a bromance before. And it's weird because I am not sexually attracted to him, obviously.
Yeah.
But so one time at the We're Having Gay Sex live show, I got dressed up as femme, and it sent him into a little bit of a spiral because he was like, what we were talking about last episode, he was like,
this goes both ways.
Beautiful lady. Like, he did not know I could be beautiful lady. People don't know that I can be beautiful lady.
Yes. Right.
I can be.
I believe that.
And, we'll do activities like, and I'll go over to his apartment. I've like seen him shirtless and in his boxers. And I'm like, you are a beautiful man. And I don't like know what to do with this. Like, I don't like seeing it.
Okay.
But you can't ignore it.
But like maybe you do a little.
I can't not look at it. It's like it's weirder for me to.
But are you describing like an aesthetic appeal, or are you saying
like
just
he's
like
in really great shape?
Okay, well there you go.
The comments on this episode are just gonna be like, you guys know bisexuality exists.
No, it does not. I had call it on here a waist up crush. Have you ever?
Not for Ashley and not for anybody.
Well, I'm manifesting a very powerful thing right now, and bisexuality will be erased. By erasure, literally. And that's not a joke. That's not a joke at all. Fuck my bisexual girlfriend. What does she matter?
Oh my god.
There will be no bisexuals left on this planet when I'm done. And yeah, interpret that as genocide. I don't care. Okay.
The gay agenda.
The gay agenda. Picture this. You're sitting at Thanksgiving dinner and you surprise your family by starting an argument. Discussion in a new language.
Start today and you can, because with Babbel, you start speaking a new language in just 3 weeks.
The thing I absolutely love about Babbel is the courses give you conversation-based skills. So you can actually practice them in real life. You can ask for directions. You can order food. It's perfect for a vacation and just to start practicing as soon as possible in the real world. And that's really how you get good.
Why Babbel? Because it works. Studies from Yale, Michigan State University, and others continue to prove Babbel is better. One study found that using Babbel for 15 hours is equivalent to a full semester at college.
Babbel's wide range of learning experiences, ranging from casual to intense, means there's a way to always fit in a Babbel session. From self-study app lessons to podcasts to live classes.
Here's a special limited-time deal for our listeners to get you started right now. Get 55% off your Babbel subscription, but only for our listeners at babbel.com/chosen. Get 55% off at babbel.com/chosen.
That's spelled BABBEL.com/chosen. Rules and restrictions apply. Have you ever had like a waist up crush?
Good question. Probably.
That's what I call it.
I love that.
Anyway, I love Lucas Zelnick.
These two are they're about to have a showdown. Bugs, can you leave him alone? Like, I wish you guys could see right now. Like, she just sits there staring at him. Bugs.
Do you ever feel from watching animals? I think it's so easy in real life when couples fight to be like, everyone has a stake in this. But then you watch animals fight and you're like, one of you is the problem.
Yes.
Yes.
Like, she's just tormenting him. He is sitting there minding his own business, and she is just intimidating him for no reason.
This is the chosen family. Oh.
My nails are so long right now.
You're not getting any? Be careful in there.
No, this is just...
I would
Never had
actually
this before.
argue, this is the Chosen Family podcast.
She's having a timeout.
I am your father, Ashley Gavin. I don't believe in bisexuality, and we are your gay family.
And I'm your mom, Alayna Joy, and I love bisexuality. I personally participated for many years.
Oh.
Um,
And I'm your hot teenage brother growing up in a household where each of my parents is telling me something different. I have a
You're
right-wing
sorry.
father
You're grappling with your own bisexuality and your baby.
in a
Okay,
home where
because
it's
this
half
is the
not
internet,
accepted.
and I'm scared of the beep boop.
Yeah.
Yes,
Say it.
I
Say it.
believe in bisexuality.
We love our bisexual listeners, viewers. We love you.
If
You're
I would
beautiful.
love that on a shirt. Yes, I believe.
Or just, I believe in bisexuality.
Guys, we have the best merch ideas ever.
Yeah, and then we don't make any.
And then we
we
don't
make
do anything.
none of them.
And then
Well,
people
and-
literally send us like,
You
I
know
made
why?
you a
Because no
draft
one's
of
taking the reins.
That's
every,
true.
On every other portion of the podcast, one of us is in charge of it.
Yeah,
and
we
no
haven't-
one is in charge
we
of
haven't
this.
delegated.
And I refuse.
Merch.
Because I don't like doing merch. I don't like it. Don't make me do it.
I can do it. I have somebody who does mine, and I think that
Just
they
do
can.
I
it.
feel
I
like I'm
approve
the
all of
least
it.
busy right now. So like I feel like
Yeah,
I
but
should
Mac-
do it.
Mac,
But I have
what
no
would you
idea how
say-
to do it.
What would you say is your responsibility on this
Yeah,
podcast?
I was like,
Probably being good looking. I think that's
parts-
mostly.
what are the parts
yeah,
that
what
I
are
think
the
that's
parts
mostly.
that you
it.
handle every week, Mac?
yeah, Mac, what's
That's
the parts that you
yeah.
run?
It's yes, it is hard, but I
a
manage.
burden you're willing
Don't
to
worry.
bear?
Yeah, it's a burden I'm willing to bear.
Maybe you should do merch, Mac.
Should I? Oh my god. Okay. How?
But- Exactly, she doesn't know how. I actually have a person who, like,
I have a whole
Wait,
team
if
as
you
well.
if you send me the person, can I work with the person and be like the middleman?
sure, that's a good idea.
I could actually do that. I have nothing going on right now. I would actually
Okay,
really
well, and
appreciate
that,
having something to do.
Kind of ties into my update. With, I was like, Ashley, you're gonna be so mad at me, and I kind of need somebody to talk me through this because I think I'm being a little bit stupid.
I have been waiting for this moment my entire life. I get to scream at Alayna, and she explicitly asked for consent.
I think so.
Yes.
So
Yes.
after this, I may or may not have a job interview.
Alayna, do not apply for a job. Are you out of your mind?
I didn't apply. They've reached out to me.
I know what they did. I know what they did because you're a star and everyone's in love with you and everyone wants to tap you for their projects, okay? No, the answer is no. I don't want to hear it. I don't even want to know what it is, okay? No.
But-
what are they going to pay you? What are they going to pay you?
Not very much. It wouldn't
Ah,
be.
don't apply for this job. Are you crazy?
They can't
Are you
find
crazy?
anybody. They can't find anybody, and it has to do with my university. So I'm like, maybe
I don't
it's kind of.
fucking. They will find someone. Jesus Christ! I'll do the fucking job. Interview me. Are you stupid, Alayna? Are you dumb? I know you're not dumb because you got in the best universe. No one gets in. I know you're not fucking dumb. So why are you being so dumb? Stupid. Why did you even engage it? As soon as you engage it,
Because-
you should have said no from the outset. You're leading them on.
I know that's where now I feel a little bit.
Stop. Send this to them. Cut this up. Danny, make a clip of this. Hey, she's not interested.
This is
Find
actually
someone
for
else.
everyone to use.
Yeah.
This is.
It's
let me do two
universal.
It's a
takes of this.
template.
Let me do 2 takes of this. Hey, they're not interested. Find someone else. There you go. Send that out to the world. Men don't need that.
Oh man.
They're not being accosted.
No,
Thanks, Mac.
that's my take on it.
I just am like, maybe I could just squeeze it in
No.
and
But why do you no? What do you mean you could squeeze it in?
I don't
You're
know
clearly
because
doing
I
this
guess
for
I'm
them.
thinking. I guess I'm thinking. Well, maybe, but I guess
Were
I'm
you
kind of
at
thinking.
any point in your day sitting down, relaxing, thinking, this is too much relaxation. I need more. I need more to
Probably.
do.
She probably was. Yes.
No,
That's
not
a
for
dumb
second.
question for Alayna.
No, not for a second. I look at my calendar and I'm a little bit afraid.
Okay. No.
But
No.
but I have
No.
the meeting set up, so what I
Cancel
don't
it.
know.
No.
Cancel
Yeah.
it.
It's in
Alayna, do
an
not
hour.
go to that meeting. I know it's going to happen.
No.
It's a slippery
We
slope.
can't. We have merch
Cancel
to
it.
make.
Just say, hey, I'm so sorry. I know that. I love how Mac has now made Alayna in charge of merch. Just be like, I know this is last minute. Something came up. No, don't even say that. Hey, I'm so sorry. Upon reflecting, I really don't have it in my schedule right now to take on another commitment. I'm so sorry. I hope you find who you're looking for. Mm-hmm. Just that. Don't offer to help them find this person.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God.
Don't say, hey, when my schedule frees up, maybe I'd be interested. Shut the fucking door.
Well, okay, I'm gonna full transparency. I will not cancel the meeting. That is not within me.
So you're gonna have an easier time telling them face to face that you're not interested?
I think so, because then I can get an idea of the scope, and then I can email after. I just think it could be good on my resume to have that's a new face.
Never seen that face.
Never seen that face before, actually.
Because I'm shocked. I'm in shock by how can someone with such a high IQ and so many accomplishments be the dumbest person on the planet?
That's like the nicest thing you've ever said to me.
You are so beautiful and competent and accomplished and dumb.
I like this. Okay, I like this motivation. I don't know. I just kind of thought.
But just to be like, no.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to have to. I think that's what my gut is telling me is like, this is a bad idea. I already have way too many things. Yeah, it's probably a bad idea. And classes are starting and I'm already overwhelmed.
Yeah.
I think there's
once
a
your
part of me
classes
that's
start,
like,
you're going to thank yourself that you didn't do it.
There's a part of me that feels like doing this will somehow increase my chances of getting into the other program.
No, they can't. That would be unethical.
Yeah. So maybe that's part of it is I'm like, well, if I say no to this, like what if I don't get in? I don't know. Anyway, that's my update. Someone else go.
No, that's if they just be super polite. Does someone else want to go?
Well, this is okay. Here's something, Mac, that you can be in charge of every week. But when we come to record, think of 2 updates ahead of time. So that you also talk.
Wow.
I know that came across as
the
aggressive.
Parenting.
I didn't mean it as aggressive.
Whoa.
That's not what I'm saying. Because I'm just saying
people are holding up the whole project for their group. Have you thought of that?
No, that's not.
Thought of that?
That's not what Mac is doing at all. Mac is a light in this world and in this podcast.
Wow. Pulling from me. I know. I love Mac. I'm just messing around.
No, I know, but
Keep
I actually
going.
don't. That came out of my mouth a little bit more condescending than I obviously meant it.
It was amazing, and I enjoyed every moment of it. It was hot. Okay, wait. Here's my update.
Okay.
When a femme gets mean, oh my God.
Yes and no.
What? You don't like
Yes
a mean
and
femme?
no. There's a line.
I agree. You obviously don't want it to be real. But when a really sweet femme like Alayna, I don't really know if you would describe yourself that way, or
Sure.
Jen gets like the littlest bit sassy to me, I'm like, oh my God, punch me in the face. Let's fucking go. Punch me in the fucking face.
Wait. Can I actually go back for a second? Because I had a question. I think I got distracted from the kids. But, Mac, because this could actually maybe be helpful for the listener. What you were saying about your Mateo interaction and how you were like, you're kind of joking.
I was
confused
talk about
for a
it
second.
like seriously now?
Yeah, because I actually think that this could be helpful because a lot of people,
Sure.
they write in to us, in my comments, in my DMs and stuff.
Wow, people write
Asking-
into you about Compet? That's crazy.
Yeah, well, not even compet, but just like, how do you know? Where you're saying, I saw this attractive man, he was beautiful. You're making jokes about like reconsidering your sexuality, but how do you actually know that what you're experiencing, even if you would call it a sexual attraction, I don't know if you would or not, but like, how do you know that you are gay, that you are a lesbian, and also you saw a beautiful man and you like got butterflies or whatever it was that you experienced? Can you talk about that a little bit?
Before we jump into that, can I make sure that Mac knows that I was joking?
With what?
Because you looked
About
like you
what?
had a sad face about like them not doing their homework or whatever.
That's my listening face.
Yeah,
actually.
and that's what I'm saying too. Like I'm obviously, you are wonderful.
Yeah,
and hilarious
you're
and-
perfect in every way.
Yeah.
And we
You
couldn't
guys
do
are
this without you because,
You guys are being
frankly,
sappy.
your fans are ravenous and they will just gobble up whatever it is you put out there. So we need
They
you.
are. Well, and it was something that I've been thinking about. I didn't mean to like specifically just like throw it at you, but it's something I've been thinking about because when we come into these episodes, like the night before, I will think about, okay, what are like 2 things I could update? And it makes me feel excited to like come and talk to you guys because I'm like, oh my God, I could tell them about this and I could tell
And
them
I've
about
been
this.
podcasting for so long that really it's like second nature. You know, I just sit down and it all is
Yeah.
top of mind and it just flows out.
You like
No,
don't
I-
have to
I have a
study.
note-
You like don't
I have
have
a
to
no-
study in you.
I have a notebook where for both podcasts I update it regularly. And then when I'm not updating it, I'm significantly worse on those podcasts.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway.
I have a notes app, but genuinely just nothing is going on.
That's
I
true.
can't, guys, seriously,
Is this a self-esteem
I've
issue?
been like stuck in a little studio. Nothing is happening.
You could tell us what you're running. I see you
Besides-
running on your Instagram.
I
You have
did
that
start
weird,
running.
You have like a weird
started
watch
running a
and you
lot
keep
more
track of
again.
your stats.
Yeah, there
Tell
you
us
go.
about your stats, Mac.
Wait,
I've been
but
doing
also
this
tell
for
us
like
about
years.
your sexuality for the listener.
Oh yeah, my bad.
Oh, which one?
Both. You talk for the next 15 minutes. You
Okay,
you
I
earned it.
started running
Clock
again.
starts now. 15 minutes on of Mac's material. Mac's
I started
material.
running again after not running for a while, and it feels good, and it's fun, and it's refreshing. But I feel like I'm losing my muscle, so now it makes me self-conscious. So maybe I'll run less. But I still like it, and I don't think I'm bisexual because I don't want to sleep with Mateo. And also,
feels like-
I don't want to hold his hand. And also, if he tried to kiss me, I would get the ick.
This feels like we forced you to get up in front of the class and
Yes,
give a presentation.
literally exactly what I was gonna say, Alayna. Exactly what I was gonna say.
So, okay.
That's it. Seriously, I don't like.
have
That,
follow-up
yeah, it was really
questions.
good.
Okay, here's how I know that I'm not bisexual legitimately.
Yeah.
Because when I have this experience with Mateo, and it's like, this is hilarious. My girlfriend's sitting right here, like listening to this whole thing.
Talk
Oh,
about
is
your
Mateo
material.
a secret?
Talk
No,
about
she
your
knows about it,
experience
but
with
it's just
Mateo.
like it's weird to dive into it this much. Like,
It's not. It's helpful.
okay, so the reason that I know that I'm not is because I can have an experience like that, and it's not like strife in me to look back on it, and like looking back on it doesn't make me confused.
That
Like
is
I'm very
so-
secure in the fact that like that happened, and I was like, wow, this man is so pretty, and then I just move on and I joke about it.
Yeah.
It's not something
I thought
that's
you were gonna
like.
say. Sorry,
No, go ahead. That's all.
I thought you were gonna say you have no regret. Like every experience that I've not had with a woman, I'll like think about that for years.
Oh.
Like, why didn't I make a
Oh,
move?
that's a good point.
Why did I not
Yeah.
like go for it? Why didn't I really tell her how that I was feeling? You know, like.
Right.
But even when I have my stupid little waist up crushes, I'm not like, oh, Lucas, I should have said something. Like I never.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, this is gonna sound stupid, and maybe you know everybody's different. But Alayna, I think what it comes down to is that I don't want to do it. I don't.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and it kind of is like what you were describing, Mac, about thinking about kissing him and like you'd get the ick. That's kind of what's helpful for me when I was kind of figuring this all out, is when I would actually imagine something happening physically or even romantically or whatever, and the feeling was like, ooh.
Alayna,
Yeah.
can I like ask you questions about this? I don't want you
Yeah.
to like feel weird. Because I know
No, I
it's a
don't feel
sensitive
weird.
issue because the person that you were with was a great person and a
Yes.
dear friend.
Yes.
And you guys had a great friendship.
Yes.
That being said, you got the ick? Like,
No. I'm saying when I would picture, like when I was trying to figure all this out, one of the things that I would think about was, and this is so cliche, but it's cliche because people can relate to it. So I'm sure that people listening are like, oh yes, I get that. Harry Styles. Like I would see Harry Styles and I'd be like, can't be a lesbian. So attracted to Harry Styles.
That is kind of hilarious. I'm sorry.
I know it is. Like, I'm telling you, I know. But, like, the thing was, I wasn't taking that fantasy or, like, I wasn't taking that daydream further. And when I did and started to actually imagine, okay, what if we were actually in a room together? What if he actually wanted to kiss me? What if, whatever. Then I would get that, like, ooh, I don't actually want that. I just want to look at this beautiful man and be like, waist up crush. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Do you feel that when you actually are doing it in real life that it almost complicates it? Because then you get into, if you are with a man, then you're getting into this person desires me. Physical touch is actually really nice. Maybe no matter who it's coming from. Stimulation is really nice no matter who it's coming from. Like this is, does that actually make it more complicated than daydreaming about it? Wow.
Absolutely. Like hands down. I think the piece, if I'm trying to reflect on it now and trying to understand how that was possible, I think it's the trust piece. Was like, this was a person that I trusted so deeply that I could go there and not have it be this like horrifying experience that I didn't want happening, you know?
Yeah.
So of course that was complicated. And then the other complicated piece is if you've never had these experiences with a woman, with a queer person, and you're questioning your sexuality, I don't have advice for that, because in my situation, I was able to have those experiences, and that was clarifying for me when I had these experiences with queer people, with women. And in those experiences, I realized, oh, this is very different. This is not what I've been feeling. You know, this is something new. And that's how I kind of was able to, like, that solidified it for me. So it's so complicated. It's so complicated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, I'm so glad. Like I was saying to Jen yesterday, I feel like I have one of the easiest identities, and I'm so grateful that I am just, it feels so easy for me as like a cis woman that like likes presenting like, you know, long hair, you know, that's the easiest way to put it, I think. And like, I love my masculinity, but it doesn't super interfere with my gender presentation. And then also like, I'm attracted to femme people, you know, who, I don't know if the stats are out there, but it just feels like a little bit more vanilla for a femme person to be into a masked person. And like, we see that probably more than we see other things.
It's like
although it's changing.
I
fit.
Yeah, you fit into society's expectation. Like you're outside of the comp het, right? You're outside
like
of heteronormativity.
Yeah.
Which I also love, by the way.
Okay.
And if you love that about yourself, you know, I get that, like, for sure, because we're, like, liberated.
You're outside of that norm, but then you still fit into what people expect
yes. And
your
I think,
identity to look like.
I think, coming back to my tirade about bisexual people, I think people who are in the middle of things actually can have a lot harder of a time in some ways than people who just fit. And I, like, my heart, like, you know, Maddie on my other podcast is gender fluid, maybe pansexual, really trying to figure out all of it, trying to figure out, you know, if they want to be this person, if they are this, if they want to have sex with this person, like, and it's such a jumbled thing for so many people. If you're having a difficult time figuring it out, don't also then additionally weigh in being hard on yourself for that and shame and judgment, because it is really hard. It's really hard.
And in that bisexual, pansexual, not like one or the other category and identity. You have the added layer of people within the community, lesbians within the community, hating on you and, you know, coming up with all these...
That's crazy, dude.
All these stereotypes and stuff. We just, if it isn't clear, bisexual listeners, bisexual viewers, we adore
we are
you.
obsessed with you. But
And
I will
you will
also
all get our first merch drop for free.
Max.
Bisexual discount.
Max,
50%
no,
off. 25%
no.
off?
Well, the thing
20%
is, it's
off.
really hard to give a
Max
discount.
off merch.
Max off merch. It's really hard to give a discount to a group of people that don't exist.
That's actually the best way to do it, because then we lose no money. This is a perfect marketing plan.
So crazy that no one used our discount.
Oh no.
Actually, we should have a Buy Femmes discount so I can get all their addresses. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I'm just so sorry about that.
You know what? I feel like, well, sure, for the addresses, but if we're talking about like, well, maybe we shouldn't get into the difficulty Olympics and like who has it harder. Bi mask women?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Rough.
Yeah.
Bi men? Rough.
Rough. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Really rough. It's funny. Bisexual men hit up Jen all the time and get coffee with her. They're not out yet, and they just talk about being bisexual at her. They're like, but they're not doing it. They're not practicing.
Yeah.
They're
not non-practicing bisexuals.
you know, because she was, you know, she's very straight passing and didn't come out until like, I think, you know, in the middle of college, end of college. And they just hit her up and they go to coffee and they be bisexual at her. It's so, because they have nowhere else to be bisexual.
I
She's
had
their
this
sanctuary.
experience. Like before I moved out here and I was out as bi, so many of the men in my life would come to me and we'd be talking and all of a sudden they would just be telling me about the gay shit that they do. Like, because I was a safe person and I was like,
Yeah.
hell yeah. You know, like that's
It's your femininity and your bisexuality.
Yeah, that's for sure.
It's definitely some almost mixed in with the patriarchy a little bit, where it's like it is kind of like mommy, like because
I was just thinking it's like mommy.
I wonder if this happens to gay men. Gay men, write in. Does this happen with your closeted bi male friends, or do you think that this happens more with women? Obviously, I'm like, because I've had so many. I'm on the other side. Men, straight men, come to me about their like sex and women problems.
yeah.
I
had
you're
that
so
too.
right.
I had that too.
And man, have I heard some graphic, crazy shit, dude. Crazy.
Tell us something.
Shit.
Tell
well,
us
this one
something.
happened to me, and I do hope. Please give me some grace here, because I was very young when I heard this story. It was from a coworker, and I just did not know. This is 10 plus years ago. I'm literally 22 years old. And a coworker who's maybe 10 years older than I am, that I'm friends with, was really into this girl. Really into this girl. And I would not describe this man as having a ton of game.
I'm scared. Where is this going?
Yeah, I'm a little bit nervous.
And I should talk about this on the other pod too. And
Why you gotta throw that in there?
because it's
Why
so
you
graphic.
gotta throw that in there?
This is not chosen family shit.
Right.
This is, well, okay. So we're in my car. We hung out, and he's talking about this girl, and he just really needs. He's like, I just really need to get this off his chest. I don't feel that I have anyone that I can talk to about this. And he's really just. He doesn't feel like all of his friends are guys, so he doesn't feel like he can talk about like longing for a woman.
Yeah.
You know, and I think
That
especially
sucks.
10 years ago. And we work at we're software engineers. This is not like a super emotional group of people. So he is talking about longing for this woman and finally having sex with her. And he vividly describes how much he, like,
no.
in volume.
Oh, okay.
And I'm just like really trying to, because it is like half sexual, half deeply emotional. So I'm just trying to be there like,
You don't know how to feel.
that's so great, man. That's so cool for you that you like loved her for so long and then you finally got to do it. Like both the emotions were blue balls and the blue balls were blue balls.
You're trying to like hold, you're trying to hold both the
I'm
balls.
juggling both balls.
Both balls in the car.
And I've never juggled balls before.
Right, this is new
But
for you.
then he told me that this is where it gets weird. He like kind of stalked this girl because he was so worried about her he was so obsessed with her having a new boyfriend.
After or before this?
I think after.
Okay.
I think, to be
Not
fair,
that it makes a difference. I'm just
it
for
is
context.
so fucking hard to know what actually happened because you're only hearing it from one side, and like I can tell that he's deeply emotional about the whole thing, and like I'm thinking about the way women talk about men, and I'm like, did she definitely 100% tell you that she was not interested and you just refused to hear that?
Yeah.
Or was she leading you on? Either
Yeah.
way, it doesn't actually matter, but like
Who knows how?
who knows? And also it was one of those experiences where you're like, oh man, so much of bad behavior comes from just instability and a lack of understanding and a lack of mental health and like not like an evil place.
Well, and a lack of safe places to talk about it where somebody can say to you, that's concerning behavior.
The fact that you were his go-to, like...
Yeah.
Yeah, and
That's
I
pretty
didn't know what to
crazy.
do because he revealed to me that he basically hung out around her house
Oh, no.
and
Okay.
learned from that she had a boyfriend, and then he like stopped, trying to pursue it. But I was like, that's what it took, bro.
Yeah, exactly. That's
That's
what I
what
was
it-
thinking.
And I was so uncomfortable and felt like a little unsafe. And
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
You're
didn't-
22 in this
Literally.
man's car.
Yeah. So
And
I
he's
was
10 years older than you.
I feel so guilty about this now, looking back, that I didn't do what I would do today, which, as a much
you didn't.
older woman, to
Yeah.
be like, maybe don't ever do that again.
Well,
Yeah.
also, though,
Like-
I don't know that that's necessarily a situation to, like, speak up. Like, I'm sure it felt different at the time, but,
for
like,
your own safety.
that's the kind of situation where you just kind of, like, nod and then you GTFO. Like, that, to me,
Yeah.
from an outsider
yeah.
perspective...
And back then it was much harder to get in touch with people. Like, I'm not even sure Instagram existed at this
Yeah.
point. And, like, I didn't know her
Probably,
name.
yeah, 10 years ago.
But, like, it was just such a... Why did I bring this up? Oh,
Well, I'm glad you're
I
okay.
think for men, it is fucking lonely, especially if you have sexual desires or gender thoughts or whatever that you cannot express. And that loneliness really breeds some fucked up shit.
Yeah.
We know that,
God,
especially in the
that's awful.
United States.
Seriously.
Sorry, that was a bummer. I thought it would be kind of funny, but it ended up just being a bummer.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's a good topic.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it's not really something we would necessarily talk about right off the bat, obviously, because we're all three women and we're queer or we're gay. So it's like, why would we be concerned with men's emotional health? But, like, it really is a big thing. Like, I have a little brother and, like, I see it in him, but it's like, thank God he has 3 sisters that are older than him and, like, more experienced than him that he knows he can come to and talk to. And, like, he doesn't have to be worried about us reacting poorly because we're aware of how society treats men's mental health. But
I feel, men with sisters, I feel like you got a little bit of a leg up. You got a little
Yeah.
head start.
They love to say
Which is-
that. Have you met
It's
men
so
with
funny
sisters?
because
they
the
love
other
to
way
tell you
around-
that they have sisters.
oh yeah, but I would like to know personally.
Yeah, that's true. You're like, that's actually relevant information. to
Actually,
me.
thank you for telling me. Yeah. It's
Well,
so
and
funny because when people, like, when families have 2 kids and people find out that the younger sister has an older brother, everybody's like, oh, thank God she has someone looking out for her and, like, she'll be protected, blah, blah. I have never seen that. You know what I do see is older sisters protecting their younger brothers.
Absolutely.
Like,
I see older brothers tormenting younger sisters.
yes, exactly.
Oh,
like, just making it...
No, women torment their younger brothers, but they also protect them.
I just think it's a little unbalanced.
Just anecdotally. from what Mac's seen. Well, and I think it's interesting. There's like some kind of conflict in me where on the one hand I'm hearing like, okay, how interesting is it that we as queer women become a sort of safe space for men that they don't have other places, like queer men or even straight men or whatever. And on the one hand, I'm like, okay, that's a wonderful thing because we need safe spaces for men to be able to speak and share and have a non-judgmental ear. And then on the other hand, I'm like, why is this just another thing that women have to take care of men? like we have to hold so much. So I kind of have this conflicting feeling about it, but I guess even though this is not a system of our making, like we're in it, and if the change that we can make is to be that person to listen, then if you have the capacity, there's, you know.
Yeah, I'm very much a perfection is the enemy of the good.
Yeah.
If I have to talk to a man about his blue balls to keep him from catcalling a woman in the street, that's fine. I will do that.
Right. I guess that's a burden we're willing to bear.
I don't know if it's from talking about the but
Ashley.
I can't stop coughing.
You're turning into that guy right now.
Bro.
Oh no. Well, I guess that's a good place to end it. Thanks for listening. What do we have for dinner?
Oh God.
I'm so glad we're remembering that this
week. Ashley doesn't get to say. Mac, what did we have for dinner?
I don't want to say.
Oh, we had fruit. We had fruit from Mateo's fruit stand.
That's good.
And it was so good. It was
the best fruit.
Goodbye.
Love you.
Thanks for listening. See you guys next week.
Patreon.com/chosenfamilypodcast to submit your questions, because we only take them from the Patreon, or not at all. So go and donate. You can donate as little as $1. Mm-hmm. And if you donate a bunch, you get a bonus episode every month. Mm-hmm. And if you're not donating, you are
still great.
Nope. You don't value art. You don't value queer art. You don't value queer people, and frankly, you are ableist.
No.
Because I am a proud, gay, disabled woman, and you are ableist.
No.
Yep.
No.
Yes.
No.
Bye. Thank you so much.
Bye, everybody.
Chosen Family is a Forever Dog production, hosted by Ashley Gavin, Alayna Joy, and Mac INGEMI. Edited by Danny Jewell, executive produced by Mariah Nicholas. Forever Dog Productions is Joe Cilio, Alex Ramsey, and Brett Boehm.
Forever Dog.